Yes, guys, welcome back to the Footy Fancast, episode 2. Max, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Pat. How you doing?
Oh,
Ready for
very well.
episode 2?
Ready for episode 2, mate?
I hear you've got some outrageous takes in your team. That's what I'm hearing.
I've got some outrageous takes.
Yeah, I think you have.
See, look, I'm coming from a pretty neutral standpoint here because we've only been in the Prem for, 6 years? But Leeds have... They've kind of been,
Yeah.
they were a Premier League staples tied. You've come back for a little bit. You're obviously not here again. But yeah, today we're going to be doing our all-time Premier League 11 and a few honourable mentions, aren't we?
Yeah. So it's like I've got a full 11 and then my honourable mentions is just my bench. I've got a bench of 6.
Yeah. I've kind of gone almost like my favourites rather than... I mean, there's definitely... You've got to kind of take into account like credibility from a neutral standpoint as well, but there's probably going to be some inclusions that are going to spark a bit of debate, I think.
Really? I think mine, now that I'm like going back over it, I think mine's fairly like neutral across the board.
Okay. Well, do you want to kick us off then?
Yeah. I'll jump straight in. I'll tell you my formation.
Okay.
I want to wear yours. So my formation, I've gone for a 4-3-3.
I've also gone for a
4-3-3, have you, yeah?
Yeah, I've also gone for a 4-3-3.
We're going to end up rocking it with the same team.
It's a great formation. Yeah, I wonder how many of the same player will have.
Yeah, could make a little tally.
Yeah. All right, we'll kick us off. We'll start with goalkeeper then. Go on.
Goalkeeper, I've gone Petr Cech. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that comes from like growing up really, really weirdly. I always wanted to be Petr Cech. Like I used to put the helmet on.
You were a keeper when you were growing up?
Yeah, before I shrank. But yeah, I used to like rock around when I play football with my dad and things like that. I'd put on the Czech helmet and it'd just be like boxes or something just over my head.
Mate, I tell you what, I went to a icebreaker in year 12.
Yeah.
And the theme, there was fancy dress, and it was dressed as something, the same letter as your first name, and I went as Petr Cech, and I got the rugby cap and I wore an Arsenal shirt and everything. There's photos of it somewhere. I need photo
evidence of that. We'll slap it
but
on
yeah,
Instagram.
I went to a club dressed as Petr Cech. Yeah, goalkeeper gloves and everything.
Did you wreck yourself?
Oh yeah.
So you didn't check yourself?
Oh no, I needed checking for sure that night. I've also gone Petr Cech in goal.
Oh dear.
I've also gone Petr Cech. 433 appearances, 202 clean sheets.
I see you've come with stats, haven't you?
Yeah, well I've tried to. Yeah, 202 clean sheets, 4 titles, 4 Golden Gloves.
That's mental. I didn't know it was that advanced how well he did.
Yeah, mate.
Jeez.
He was a beast, man. He was a beast. I remember watching the game that he had that injury as well. It was against Reading. I remember watching it. Yeah.
Nasty.
You were a little pipsqueak back then, probably.
I've only seen the highlights.
Yeah, Petr Cech. I mean, what a goalie, man. Like, what a career he had in the
He's
Premier
an
League.
icon, right? He's an icon of Premier League football,
Yeah.
Petr Cech.
For sure. Right back.
You're going right back.
I'm going right back next, yeah.
Alright, I want
Should we
you
go
to
one for one?
first. Yeah, you
I'll
go
go
first.
So, I've gone Kyle Walker.
Alright.
Kyle Walker, I mean, he's won it all. He's been in the Premier League for, I mean, he kind of made his breakthrough at Spurs, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't remember if he was in the Sheffield United team that
Settled.
was in the Premier League all that time ago. But, I mean, he definitely made it. He's come up, he's won it all. He's a quality player, mate. He's probably one of the best right-backs of our generation, to be honest, and like full stop, I'd say.
I think, yeah, I do agree. And I had Kyle Walker as my right back for like 3 days. And I only just changed it.
Is he English, your right back?
Yeah.
Does he currently play for Newcastle?
No. He's not a current player.
Okay.
It's Gary Neville.
It's Gary Neville. You've gone Gary Neville.
Nobody wants to grow up to be a Gary Neville, but he's made it to my all-time team.
Wow.
Yeah, I just think you can't deny him. He was in that Man United side that was so dominant for a generation. I think when you think of a classic fullback, you do think Gary Neville. Maybe not in today's game, just on a pace point of view, with the way the game's changed, but especially during his time.
Yeah.
Him as a right back was a staple piece of that side, I think.
Yeah, man, he was.
And as a player and a character himself, what he brought to the Man U setup in terms of how he carried himself as well, really crucial to the setup.
It's a valid point. I think
he's a good pundit as well.
Yeah.
Gets
That's coming from a
brownie
Leeds
points for
fan as well. It's
It comes from a Leeds fan who listened to him commentate on the Leeds Salford game.
That's
I
a
had to
bold
mute it.
that's a bold take, mate, and I respect it. I respect it a lot. Moving on to centre backs, then go on. Then you start with.
Right. Do you want me to do both my centre backs, or do you want to go one for one?
Go on then. Throw both in.
John Terry.
Yep.
Nemanja Vidic. Are you going to say him?
I've gone for exactly the
Are you
same.
going the exact
Yeah.
Oh,
this is this is a
It's
good start.
outrageous.
We're 3 from 4 so far.
It's outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Vidic. Yeah, Vidic and Terry. I mean, Vidic. What more can you say about that guy, man?
He is the guy.
What more?
The guy.
He's
Absolute warrior.
rock at the back, mate.
Such
Fearless.
a scary dude, wasn't
You know, he only lost 27 Premier League games.
he? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
211 appearances, of which 27 he was on the losing side. Imagine that, mate.
My God.
Yeah. And John Terry. I mean, what a leader.
Just John Terry, innit?
What a leader he was. I mean, that Chelsea side they had that amazing season, that title season with Mourinho the first time he was there. I mean, they've pretty much won it all under him, right?
Yeah. But John Terry as well is like the lengths he would go to just get a block in was ridiculous.
That one where he got booed in the head, where he got knocked out.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
you've got the John Terry flop as well, haven't you? Where he just dives on like a fish with his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good. I did put Virgil van Dijk in there as well, and I took him out.
All time, really.
I took him out on recency bias, and especially since like he's dropped a few stinkers recently. But
He has, yeah. He's not been all that good recently, has he?
no, but I did have him in there, and then I kind of like reevaluated now. Like, nah, I'm being really biased on recency, because if I was building a team with both players in the prime, I'm taking Terry all day.
Yeah, and Terry's just proven it more. Like, obviously Terry's had the whole career. I mean, Van Dijk, don't get me wrong, he's still a very good defender.
Yeah, it's class. He is.
And
He had that Anfield record as well, which Somerville broke. Just getting out there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Who have you gone left back?
I feel like we might have different left backs.
Really?
Right and left backs might be different. I have gone Ashley Cole. Have you got Ashley Cole as well? Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, Ashley Cole.
Oh dear.
Just from, again, when I was growing up watching football, I thought he was one of the early guys to like bring in that sort of attacking minded like wing back sort of. I mean, he got a few goals, and I think he got like 20, 30 odd goals, I think.
Yeah, one of the first pacey fullbacks as well.
Yeah,
you saw
you
saw a transition in the way that formations were built upon to get a fullback that can attack in there, and I think Ashley Cole played a massive part in that.
Yeah, he got quite a few assists as well, but yeah, he got forward quite a lot. Like a classic England left back as well, and it made I remember watching him back in like 2006.
Just rocking it.
Yeah,
he was active for a long time as well, like for a fairly long time.
Yeah. Well, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Roma.
It was mostly Chelsea that I remember.
Did he go over to Roma as well? Yeah, he did, because that's where he's there's that photo of him and he's stood right far to the left.
Yeah,
and he's been a left back in
and
the photos.
I think he went Galaxy as well.
Yeah. Did he retire over there or something?
Yeah.
Might be wrong.
I thought you might have gone Evra.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
But
Evra's probably an honourable mention as well. He was a great footballer, Evra, as well. Remember him at a soccer aid, he was running the show back on.
Yeah.
He was running the show.
Get him in a Sidemen charity match. Do bits, would he? Yeah, no, Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole, left back.
I'm hoping that the midfield three that we've got then is as we go up upfield where it gets a bit more exciting, it's got to change.
I think we're going to share a few.
We've shithoused it so far, haven't we?
I think we're going to share a few here.
Alright, let's go centre mid. Just go one at a time in these. I've got three centre mids, one more like I can.
I've gone just 3 centre mids.
Three midfielders.
Yeah. I'm not thinking too much about roles, really. But
so you went first on left back, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I'll jump in. My first centre mid is Vieira.
Interesting.
Arsenal invincible.
Interesting.
Solid, absolute rock. And then again, part of that Arsenal side that just tore it up.
Yeah.
For so long underwent.
Great player, man. What a player he was as well.
I feel like Vieira gets forgotten a lot because like when you speak midfielders, you always hear like Gerrard and Lampard, and you hear about the bit all the time, Scholesy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Vieira goes under the radar, but it was so dominant part of the France setup.
Remember he went to City as well.
I do.
Yeah. What a weird.
He gets brownie points for that.
Yeah.
'Cause it's jokes.
Yeah, no, that's a solid shout, mate. I haven't got Vieira. So
Has
this,
he not
this
made
is
your
a good
entire
start.
team?
This is a good start.
See, we're doing better now.
Yeah. My first centre mid is Frank Lampard.
Okay.
I don't think you can really. I mean, I know all this whole debate about Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard, but Frank Lampard, 177 goals, 102 assists for a centre midfielder.
Ridiculous.
Mate, that's
ridiculous.
That's
Won it all. He's won it all as well.
silly. Yeah, and just mate, he was just such a good presence to have in that team as well. Like, just an elite mentality. He's just a winner. Do you know what I mean? He was a winner.
From a young age as well. He got thrown out of setup young, didn't
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was at West Ham, wasn't he, when he was pretty young,
Yeah.
and then went over to Chelsea, and just won it all. Yeah.
he? Went to City, scored against Chelsea,
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Didn't
All these
celebrate.
people are going to City.
didn't celebrate. Probably should have done.
Yeah, true. Speaking of City, my second midfielder is Kevin De Bruyne.
All right, I'm gonna have to just jump in and do a spoiler alert here. My next two are Lampard and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah. I mean, KDB.
Couldn't make it at Chelsea.
I mean, I know he's an active player. I mean, I think all the rest of mine. Oh no, I've got one more active player as well, actually. But
Really?
yeah.
KDB is the only active player in my team.
My God, what a baller! Just the guy.
Ridiculous.
The
It's
guy
ridiculous.
reads a game like you wouldn't believe, mate. The balls that he can play, that he sees, and just
Sometimes when I'm watching football and I'm watching like a big game, like if I'm watching a Champions League semi-final, which funnily enough he scored in, I'm always looking for like an oh my god moment, and I think Kevin De Bruyne produces oh my god moments. That goal against Real Madrid to equalise in the first leg was filthy.
yeah, man.
And it's like who else do you back to get you a goal when you've not created?
Or maybe not
anything?
even a goal, but like just to pull something out
Yeah,
of the
but
bag.
that's what I'm saying.
like,
To
yeah.
contribute something towards a goal.
Yeah.
It's KDB.
Oh, mate, just
So good. Probably the best player in the Premier League right now.
Yeah. Up there, definitely for sure.
Yeah, I mean you can get you
He's,
can.
I mean, what? At least of the last, I'd say 10 years, he's probably the best player in terms of consistent levels.
How long ago was 10 years ago? 2013.
Well, okay, maybe. Well, however long he's been, maybe like.
5-6 years. Past 5-6
Okay,
years.
we'll go with
Okay,
that. We'll go
yeah.
with that. But yeah.
Don't wanna go too far here.
Yeah.
Let's not get too careful.
Mate, just so good for so
So good,
long,
isn't he?
and I think he's stapled himself as one of, if not the best centre mid. Well, he's up there. Let's put it. I won't go too far, mate. He's up there,
Yeah,
right?
you don't want
He's
to start.
bloody up there.
You don't want to start controversy early on here.
No.
We haven't got to the front three.
So
which is-
you went Lampard for your third.
Yeah,
right?
so I went Vieira, Lampard, KDB.
Who do you reckon I've gone for my third centre mid?
Your third centre mid. Have you gone Scholes there?
I have gone Scholesy.
Look at this.
Scholes means goals, mate. He was
Yeah, Scholes
different
means
gravy,
toes,
mate.
mate.
What a guy, mate. What a guy.
yeah.
He was just
Outrageous.
yeah, mate. He's just understated, but just some of the balls that he could play and his technique on his volleys. Scored. Have you ever seen a highlight reel of Scholes goals?
Actually,
They're all fucking
I'm guilty of not
ridiculous,
seeing
mate. They're all stupid. But if you ask me, who is it? There's like you ask Xavi, Iniesta, Zidane, all these like top ballers who
They all say Scholes.
they all
don't
say Scholes. And these are man that like Xavi, Zidane, like these are guys that are the top of their game.
You want a Paul Scholes-esque midfielder, don't you? Even in the modern day.
Yeah,
Like, if
and
Paul
again,
Scholes
he's
was in
not,
his prime
and,
now,
and
he'd
like
still be
you just
incredible.
knew he was gonna get a job done. Like he's not gonna be like trying, like he's understated. He's not the main guy, but he's
I
the
feel like
engine.
he's-
You know what I mean?
I feel like he's more appreciated now.
Yeah, he's the
Do you know what I
engine,
mean? Like,
because
at his
he was in
time,
that Man United team that was
He's in a
full of-
star-studded squad.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just went under the radar a bit, but now it's like, oh my god, Scholes was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, like, actually could have been the best midfielder of Premier League.
He's
all time.
he's.
Yeah.
I mean, him and De Bruyne.
I mean, I'm saying
the
that.
three that I've got, mate.
I'm saying that
I
he
back
didn't
my
make
three.
the cut, but I wanted to make sure I definitely got Vieira in there because I did a bit of like research, having a look at other people's all-time 11s, and I didn't see Vieira enough, and I thought, do you know what? Shout out my boy Vieira, get him in.
Yeah, that's fair, man. No, I respect that because Vieira was class.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick off the front?
Yeah, I've got a left winger, a striker, and a right winger. So I've played it. I've played it as it was.
I've got
as
two
is.
wings and a centre forward.
Yeah. I'll go left wing first.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you can contest it.
Okay.
I'll be quite surprised if you haven't got him.
Okay.
I've gone Thierry Henry.
Interesting.
Have you not gone for him?
Well.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Thierry Henry, for sure. Probably one of the most flary players ever in the Prem. Probably one of the best players ever in the Prem. For me.
Okay. I have got Thierry Henry.
You have?
Yeah.
Good.
But I'm playing him in the middle.
Oh, are you playing him at striker?
I'm playing him in centre forward, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm playing him at centre forward because when he first came to Arsenal, he was playing on the left, but then went like a few years in. I think Perez was playing on the left more and then he played more through the middle. And it was when he was playing in the middle that he was just the unstoppable force that he was.
To be fair, I've put him in left winger just so I can get him in. Because like I've got a striker I want and I've got a right winger.
Right, okay.
But my right winger's not actually a right winger. When I'm looking back on it, I've sort of gone back on myself.
Okay. I mean, my right winger is my other active footballer, by the way. Bit of a spoiler there as well. But
okay.
yeah, do you want to go first on the right wing? I mean, Thierry Henry, by the way, we just skimmed it. What a bloody player, mate! I'd say Thierry Henry is probably my favourite ever Premier League footballer.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, my favourite ever Premier League footballer didn't make it into into anything just because he didn't really overall do much. My favourite.
Is it Calvin Phillips?
No. Yeah, it's Calvin Phillips. No, it's Patrick Bamford.
Patrick, yeah.
No, my favourite ever Premier League footballer is Torres. Fernando Torres.
Yeah, man. Like he just had that one season that
but I couldn't put him in an all time.
Yeah, he's like a cult. He's like a Michu. You know what I mean? Like a cult hero.
Yeah, cult hero.
Yeah.
The reason I started, the reason, cause I grew up wanting to be a footballer, like I mentioned with Petr Cech, not footballer, goalkeeper, and then like I seen Torres and I was like, nah, that's who I want. Bleach my hair blonde right now.
He could just score from anywhere. Like, he could just get a ball and you're like, he could literally just put it in the bins now.
Let's not forget what he did for Chelsea. We've never lost his mind.
Right wing.
I want to hear your active right wing. I want to hear it.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He won a Ballon d'Or. How old was he when he won that Ballon d'Or at United?
Young and
he was
ugly.
pretty young, wasn't he? And because that was when I've actually got he was in the same team as my left winger as well. But Ronaldo, I mean, mate, world record transfer at the time. I can't remember how many seasons he played in the Premier League, but he was like the flair that he brought as well. Like you were saying how Henry brought that flair. Like Ronaldo just took it to a new level, mate. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Dancing feet, step overs, left, right, and centre. He was he made defenders.
Position, didn't
he made some defenders look stupid, mate. Like,
see, when we've been chatting active, I've been sort of thinking active in the Prem because my my right wing is actually Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is it?
Yeah, and I actually put next to it last Prem player to win the Ballon d'Or whilst in the league.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, course he is still active.
He is still active, just about. Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about. Yeah, no, you can't. He's the second best footballer of all time as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Second best.
Yeah. No, he's definitely at least second best. Maybe third.
Maybe third. Come off it now. Come on. Who's your second best?
Maradona.
Nah.
I've just got a bit Argentinian bias, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one's Messi.
Messi's GOAT for sure.
Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
Messi. GOAT.
I might as well tell you my striker.
Go on then.
On your guess. Not active.
Not active. It's got to be Shearer then, surely. Yeah.
Shearer. Has to be.
He's on my honourable mentions. You can't really deny, like.
So you put a different. Oh, you did put a different striker.
I put Henry because I've got a different left wing. But go on.
Who's your left wing then?
No, talk about Shearer first, man. Come on, put some respect on his name. Give him some credit because he's in your team, not mine.
All right. Okay. Cool. Leading Prem goal scorer. Sorry, Kane. Hold that.
Kane will be back.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Leading Prem goal scorer, literally, you need a goal. He was a striker through and through. You need a goal. Shearer gets one. No matter where. Didn't always score. I mean, he had worldies up his sleeve, for sure. But he was that guy. He came onto a pitch. Even for Blackburn. Down a goal. Who's equalised? No, Shearer. Goals, and a few more goals.
Yeah,
Literally, that's it.
You can't deny, mate. Yeah, like
I didn't watch an awful lot of Shearer.
This is another part of one of the reasons.
So
I didn't.
that's like, but I was looking at it and I was gonna put Kane in there, but I put Shearer just because I thought if I'm putting Kane in there on the sheer fact that he scored lots of goals, I have to put Shearer.
Yeah.
Like for sure. And
see, I think I know what you mean as well, but I think Kane is a more complete player than Shearer. I think Shearer is like your classic sort of just like fox in the box, old school striker that could just... His finishing was so good, like powerful striker of the ball. Just knew where to be all the time. His positioning and runs, his movement was great. But I think Kane... I mean, some of the balls that he plays, mate, Kane, like the amount of assists that he got in that Spurs team as well. Like,
see, to be fair, there's a bit of a love-hate relationship with Kane. Only recent, because I was at the Spurs game when Leeds really needed to win to stay in the Prem, and 1 minute in, Harry Kane scored.
Yeah, he's...
Prick.
Kane, mate, I think, with Kane's...
He's dominating it over in Bayern as well.
Kane's obviously the record England scorer, and I think he'll come back to the Premier League after a few seasons.
For that record?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll go back to Spurs?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I can't see him... Because I think Spurs... They're doing well this season, yeah, and I think they can maintain that, and he'll come back and just like he'll slot back into that team, mate. He's good enough. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, like I know they're changing their style, but
I think Spurs are better without him.
Yeah, but come on, mate. You're telling me that Spurs aren't going to take Kane, and Kane's still not going to score?
I'm telling you that
20 plus goals. I'm telling you
that Kane won't go back to Spurs.
I'm
not saying he won't get 20 plus goals. I'm saying Haaland will leave in 3 years and Kane will come back and go to City because he wants a trophy. He might have already had one.
So Kane returns. Kane returns to England and he doesn't go Spurs.
Yeah, I rate it.
Well, clip that then.
He will.
That's a clip right there, mate. Bloody hell.
He might even go to Arsenal. Oh,
there's no chance that. Anyway, I've got one more player.
You have,
and it's a left winger.
And I haven't got a clue.
And you haven't got a clue.
I actually haven't got a clue.
Not a clue.
Not the foggiest. I really don't know.
Really?
No. Who is it?
Ryan Giggs. Nah. Really?
Nah, not for
really,
me.
Mate. The guy won. I'm pretty sure he was at United for like the whole. Like I think he won all the titles.
He was.
How many assists has he got as well in the Premier League? His stats are crazy, mate. I swear. He was Ryan Giggs' Premier League stats. He was that guy, man. 109 goals, 632 appearances, 109 goals, 407 wins, 162 assists. Mate, come on. Put some respect on him, man. I know he's a dodgy guy, mate, but in terms of Premier League achievements...
I've not gone on who they are. I've gone on the pitch. I appreciate Giggs. Of course I do.
Premier League champion 13 times. Yeah. He won 13 Premier Leagues.
I appreciate Giggs, but I think there's better out there. If I want it from what I want from a winger, I don't want a Ryan Giggs.
He's an old school winger. I'll give you that. In terms of the modern game,
I'm not going to dispute.
I'm taking Matoma.
You can't. In a modern day, I'm obviously taking Somerville. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But nah, yeah. Of course, like the records and the history speak for itself, and the football heritage of Ryan Giggs is so clear. But from what I want from a winger, it's just not a Ryan Giggs. And that's
you don't want 162 assists and 109 goals.
Nah, I want someone I'm going to enjoy.
He's not going to shag your wife as well.
He's no chance.
Right, should we move on to the honourable mentions then?
Yeah, so
I can't remember,
I got 6.
Yeah, I've got 6 as well.
I've chucked in an honourable mention goalie.
I haven't.
Just because I just wanted to, keep it fluid. I chucked in Schmeichel.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Just for all the same reasons as Petr Cech. Petr Cech clear for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one that I'll just get out of the way.
Yeah,
Another mention I do have here is Rooney.
Same. I've got Rooney.
The most effortless professional ever. Like, everything he did, the technique never even looked brilliant, but it was just so good. Have you heard that story about him? The story about him at Everton. Tony Bellew speaks about it. Whereas, like, just this kid comes on pitch, halfway line. He runs back out, the ball's just there, and he just smacks it. Top bins, perfect, and he just runs back off, and then he runs out, and he's like embarrassed because the crowd's seen him do it. He's that young and that good.
Was he 16 when he made his debut for Everton?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he might have been 16. And even then, you could tell, couldn't you? From watching, I mean, obviously that's before our time, but I remember watching videos of
I've
it.
seen clips for sure.
And even then, he looks crazy. But in terms of what he did at United as well, mate, he won it all. Just again, what you want in that striker, similar to Shearer, like he wasn't a flary player, but you just knew what you were getting with it. You were getting bare goals, like his finishing. I mean, that goal against City, mate. Oh my god, football heritage as well, Premier League heritage.
God,
against City as well, and a game like that, mate, just
the audacity.
Top draw.
The audacity.
Top draw, and even that halfway line goal. Was it halfway line against West Ham?
I don't know who we were against, but yeah, I know exactly what you're on about.
Yeah. Rooney, I have included. Should we go 1 for 1 then? Well, you've done 2. That's Schmeichel.
I'm just gonna get one out there, just gonna clear my name.
Mm-hmm.
My honourable mentions does have Ryan Giggs on it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. My honourable mentions does also have Kane in it.
So does mine.
Yeah.
So
we mentioned Kane earlier.
I'll tell you what I have got in there that's a bit of a talking point then.
Yeah.
Roy Keane. Did he make your cut?
He didn't make my cut.
He didn't make your cut?
No, he didn't make my cut.
Come on now.
Come on now, man. Yeah, he probably should have done, because I'm quite Irish as well, mate. But
quite Irish.
Yeah.
He literally has a clover on his arm.
It's not a fucking clover, mate. It's a shamrock leaf.
It's a shamrock leaf on his arm.
Yeah.
He's quite Irish.
I am quite Irish. But Roy Keane did not make my cut. So if you're listening, Roy, I'm sorry, mate. All right, I'm sorry.
It's his job. Yeah, Roy Keane just went there, literally just, come on. You can't dispute him. But
don't get me wrong, mate. Roy Keane was bloody class, mate. He was great. What a leader as well. Again, elite mentality. We just like win no matter what.
A warrior. It was just a warrior on the pitch.
Yeah.
See, look, I've chucked a few Man U fans, quite a lot of Man U players.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, and you haven't got a single Leeds player. Well,
I've got
an honourable mention.
Have you got Ferdinand in there?
Yes, I've got
Ferdinand. I thought you would. Ferdinand didn't make the cut because
he's scum.
Yeah.
He is scum. Nah, come on, he was class as well. Again, that sort of revolutionised that kind of ball playing centre.
I got to keep some. I got to keep some in the hat.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. But he's made mine because I'm a neutral and I respect football.
See, like Premier League, I can't think many from like Leeds. I mean, we were like first division champions. Yeah, but he went to Man U anyway.
They just stole all the best players, basically.
Bastards.
Yeah. Cantona, I mean, he's not made my cut either, but again, what a player he didn't spend that long in the Premier League, actually, did he?
Harry Kewell was great until he fucked off.
He's not.
He's not in that category, but he was great.
He was good. No, yeah, he was good footballer, but
Tony.
We're talking about the goats here, mate.
Yeah, definitely not Harry Kewell. Nah. Jesus.
I've got a goat for you. He's up there.
Who?
David Silva.
David Silva.
Oh my god, mate. If I could just like have a genie come to me and be like, what kind of player if you could be like any kind of player, I think I'd probably say David Silva. He was a magician, mate. I've seen a clip of Zinchenko talking about it the other day, and it's like you could ping any ball at him, no matter where it was, like in the air, on his right, whatever, bang, and he'd
control it.
Like perfect. And again, his understanding of the game, like especially that early City when City were football first IQ. Coming through.
Call it football IQ, don't they? Like how well someone reads a game.
Mate, silly.
Yeah.
silly, and like that he was like pivotal in that early sort of like City coming through for that success. Do you know what I mean? Like he was,
The staple point.
he was.
How long did he spend at City?
Should
I'm
we
gonna
have a
have
look?
to Google that.
Should we have a look? Let's get David.
A
Silva.
while, surely.
David Silva.
He's one of them players when you think City, you think David Silva. Or at least I do.
Premier League. He left before the Champions League though, didn't he?
I think so.
So that was all he was. He was all missing the Champions League.
When he went bald.
So of course he left, mate. It was last season. Yeah, of course he did. It's 309 appearances. So how many seasons was he there? It doesn't say on there. It doesn't say seasons. No, it doesn't say seasons. It just says he's 4 Premier League championships or whatever. 93 assists, 60 goals. Man, he was just even watching him, he was just one of them players that just makes you just love football.
Well, he was at Man City for 10 years.
10 years.
So you can do the math, really. 2010 till 2020, 309 appearances, 60 goals.
Yeah, just quality.
I think the only other honourable mention that I've not mentioned is Steven Gerrard.
Okay.
If he would have won a Premier League, his career would be looked at in such a different light. It sucks. Like, I know it's a meme and I know it's hilarious that he slipped, but Jesus Christ. Of all people, for him to slip as well, like it couldn't have just been like Danny Sturridge falls over doing his celebrations, you know what I mean? It was Steven Gerrard, like 20 minutes after saying, "This does not slip." That was a very bad Gerrard accent, but yeah.
Demba Ba, I remember Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Chelsea win the league after that.
I can't remember, to be honest, mate. My memory's not that good, but mate, Gerrard was quality as well. He hasn't even made my cut because of just other players that I favoured over him. Like, my honourable mentions are like just my kind of personal preference. But
so what is the rest of your honourable mentions then? Because mine's fairly.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
Mate.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Oh my God, what a silky baller he was as well. Just tech, silk, effort. He made it effortless, mate. He made the ball was his. The ball's his bitch, mate. He was just so good. That team with like him, Henry, Vieira, Perez, Freddie Ljungberg. I mean, that Arsenal team, the invincible team.
Ljungberg.
Oh, mate, that team.
There's a name you don't hear every day, Freddie Ljungberg.
But that team was so good, and Bergkamp was stupidly good at football as well, man. Silky, just again one of them players that you just watch and you're like, oh, fucking hell, man.
Christ.
Yeah. And my other honourable mention is Sergio Aguero. Probably purely because of that one moment. But
which moment?
Yeah,
which
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, for that City team, he probably is one of the best strikers of Premier League history as well. You can't really dispute that. But I mean, 100%. In terms of that moment, probably the greatest Premier League moment of all time.
The one when Manchester City is still alive here?
Yeah.
Balotelli. Guerra!
Crazy.
That's one of them goals, and it's like, where were you when Aguero scored? I know exactly where I was.
Oh yeah.
I were in a very, very grotty social club in Wortley with my dad drinking a J2O because I wanted to
you must have been what, 9 years old? 10?
I think I got 10.
Yeah, bloody hell.
And then honourable mentions Joey Barton.
Joey Barton. All for the wrong reasons, I'm sure.
Oh dear. I chucked managers in there as well.
I just want to see how many. I just want to see Joey Barton's stats.
Red cards.
Yeah, does it have red cards? And yeah, it does. Discipline. Oh no, Joey Barton.
Oh dear. Is it going to be like yellows and reds?
Oh yeah.
Because like
Premier League stats.
You might need a bigger laptop.
All right, 269 appearances. Yellow cards 78.
Oh my God.
Red cards 6.
Only 6.
Fouls 257. Yeah, because some of the red cards probably had bans in them as well. He probably had, did some pretty hefty bans, didn't he? Yeah. So he probably had his bans meant that he couldn't get any more yellows.
Joey Barton was the Devo of football. Familiar with Devo?
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Devo.
Yeah.
Do you think he's dead, mate?
That is literally Joey Barton after a slide tackle. Yeah, I chucked in a manager
Mhm.
just because obviously you've got what Cech, Cole, Vidic, Terry, Neville, Vieira, Lampard, KDB, Henry, Shearer, Ronaldo. Who's managing that team at success? Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh is doing shit all with that team, mate.
Jesse Marsh is implementing vibes and narrow football to that team.
And bringing in Americans all over the place and replacing all of them.
Oh yeah, what's Landon Donovan replace Henry quick?
Yeah, for sure. Brendan Harrison's coming in.
Clint Dempsey.
Yeah.
He could make an alright team. Alex Morgan.
No.
Yeah.
No. In all seriousness, have you got an actual manager that's...
Alex Ferguson.
Come on. Go, surely. Go?
Yeah.
Mm.
Give Pep a few years.
Pep's... Yeah.
If Pep gets another treble, it's curtains. It's done. For me.
Yeah.
Because then, like, that was the last thing that Ferguson had over Pep. That is like, you got sustained greatness. Like, how many Premier Leagues?
What? I've got... what? What am I talking about?
Ferguson. 13.
13, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Pep's not getting that.
The thing is with Ferguson, though, especially for the early years, it was all homegrown, wasn't it? Though, like they didn't buy it. Like a lot of it was like through the academy and like through his discipline and everything like that. Whereas
Through
obviously
his eyesight. Yeah.
City, don't get me wrong, Pep has done it at the highest
Pep
level.
has his philosophy, doesn't he?
Exactly, and he's implemented he's revolutionised football.
I think with Pep as well, it's not a Premier League conversation with Pep as well. I think when you're talking managers of all time, you're talking Pep generationally, like across the board.
I mean, what he did with that Barcelona
Bayern,
team,
Barca,
that Barcelona team is probably the best team of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And and this City team, I mean, they're Centurions. They won the treble. They're definitely up there. Don't get me wrong, they're up there.
Yeah.
But in terms of what Fergie did at the time with United, with their homegrown talent through the academy, everything. I mean, 13 titles. That's ridiculous.
Stuff like that don't go unnoticed, Pat.
That's ridiculous. Come on.
But I do.
If I was gonna have a manager, I'd definitely put Sir Alex as well. Yeah.
I don't know, but if Pep does another treble and he does a back-to-back treble, it's going to be a very good debate. I think Ferguson still wins the debate. I mean, I know I said curtains earlier, I got a bit excited. I think Alex Ferguson wins the debate.
So this is the debate, really. I mean, honourable mentions. You got Mourinho, you got Wenger, but realistically, it's a 2-horse battle, isn't it? 2-horse race.
Yeah.
It's Ferguson or Pep, and if Pep wins another treble, for you, that's the title. Then is it? He gets it.
I don't know. I think it makes the conversation a lot better. I right now think Ferguson clear.
Yeah.
But I think if Pep gets back-to-back trebles, which they could do.
Yeah, to be fair.
I think they're going to win the league again, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about Champions League and all that. But I don't know.
We'll cover the Champions League in a minute, actually.
That's coming. But I think it's a more of a respectable debate.
Yeah.
If Pep gets another treble, because then it's like, okay, that is greatness. But I still take Ferguson.
Yeah, well, Ferguson, for now, Ferguson GOAT.
We're going to have to jump onto UCL predictions because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups to cover.
Yes.
I've covered all 8.
Let me pull up the groups now. You kick us off with Group A whilst I pull up the groups.
Cool. So Group A, you've got Bayern Munich. You've then got Manchester United, Galatasaray, and Copenhagen. You go first. First, second, third, fourth.
Okay, first, Bayern Munich.
Yeah, me too.
Second,
You're going to say Galatasaray. Why do I have got a feeling?
nah, United will still do it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, man. Like, United will still do it, I think. I don't think they'll make it easier for themselves.
I see him losing. To Copenhagen.
Yeah, they could get complacent there. No. Bayern, United, Galatasaray, Copenhagen.
Yeah, that's how I've got it. I think some of the groups are really easy from a prediction. I mean, I know predictions never certain, but the Bayern, Man U, Galatasaray and Copenhagen, I think is going to be the universal vote on that one.
Yeah.
Right. Group B.
Sevilla,
Yeah.
Arsenal, PSV, and Lens.
Cool. Well, I've just realised you're going to have to read the groups out because yours are in order and mine are written down as a prediction.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's this. So I'll read the groups out first, and then you start your prediction, and then I'll go.
Yeah, cool. So who we got?
Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, and Lens.
Arsenal top.
Yes.
Seville second.
Yes.
PSV third.
Yes.
Lons fourth.
Agreed.
Anyone going to dispute that one?
Sevilla. Oh, don't get me wrong.
They could top the group.
Don't get me wrong, mate. Europa League goats. They've
Yeah.
won it 7 times, I think it is. But when you put them in the Champions League,
Different kettle of
they
fish.
should.
Don't
I mean,
get me wrong,
they'll
it
come
wouldn't
second. I
surprise
think
me.
they'll come second. But
It wouldn't surprise me if they did a bit of a masterclass and finished third, went into the Europa League and won it.
they ain't beating us, mate.
Oh.
They're not beating us.
Oh.
They're not.
You will crumble.
They're not beating us.
If Seville drop into the Europa League and get matched against Brighton, I swear to God, you boys are gonna fumble it.
No,
so
we're
bad.
not, mate.
Seville-
Sevilla are
they're
not
different-
beating us.
This is a different beast.
No chance, mate.
This is different. No, it's a different kettle of fish.
Ansu Fati's going to score again.
7-0 Seville.
No. In all seriousness, though, there's no way that
It's a good game. That stylistically, it's a good game as it happens.
Well,
But Seville will go into knockouts and then get knocked out.
yeah, I can see them. Yeah, I can see them going through the groups, but then when they get put against the big boys, there's no way.
They could pull up an upset.
And then PSV and Lens. Are Lens even winning a game in that group? They're just there for the banner, really, aren't they?
Could beat PSV.
Well, we'll see. Anyway,
Wouldn't
Group C: Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. This is a bit of a stinky group for them. This is a bit of a 2-2, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've got Real Madrid winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Napoli second.
Yeah.
Berlin third.
Yeah.
Braga fourth.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably. I mean,
I think Brendan Aronson's at Berlin, right?
he is, yeah.
Brendan Aronson hat trick against Real Madrid.
Imagine, Leeds fans would go crazy.
I'd rip my hair out. I'd honestly never.
Why
watch a
couldn't he
game
do
of
this at
football ever.
bloody Ellen Road?
Oh, look at that! He didn't fall over wind. How's that gonna happen?
No, Real Madrid will cruise that group, I reckon. Bellingham is having a.
Oh my God, I know.
He's so
good.
He's so good.
Birmingham knew something we didn't when they retired that shirt.
Yeah, they did.
I've actually seen Bellingham play. I forget that because I grew up going to Leeds games in the Championship. I've been to a Leeds Birmingham game. I'm sure I've seen Bellingham play
Yeah.
and not appreciate it at the time. Like right now, I'd be
Well, you'll
like,
see his brother play when Sunderland come to Ellen Road as well, mate.
God.
What game that is.
Moving on. Group D.
Yeah, agreed with your prediction. Group D: Benfica, Inter, Salzburg, and Sociedad. This is an interesting
It's
group.
a good group. It's probably the best group.
This
we've
is
seen
a
so
pretty
far.
open group.
So top of it, I've got Inter.
Probably should win the group, right?
You'd expect it. Finalists. Have they got Lukaku now? No. Has he gone somewhere else?
Nah, he went. Where did he go in the end? Roma.
I don't know where that man is.
I'm pretty sure he went to a different Italian team.
Lukaku.
He plays for Roma, yeah.
Wow.
When he goes to Inter Milan, when Roma play Inter Milan, he is gonna get tormented, mate.
He's such a funny dude.
Italian fans are ruthless.
He's so funny though. Right, Inter top.
Yeah.
Benfica second.
Yeah.
Sociedad third.
Mhm.
Salzburg fourth. I just don't think they're that team anymore, Salzburg.
Well, they were only really that team when they had Haaland. Remember
Yeah.
that? It was in the Champions League when he first. I mean, it was that season before he went to Dortmund, which is when he had that crazy Champions League run with Salzburg, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they're a Red Bull project, and they don't go very well. Yeah, I just see them crashing out. Straight away. I mean,
Yeah.
they could make a tip for third, in which case they'll go to the Europa League and get beaten.
Inter top. Sociedad could pull off something that I think I'm gonna.
I fancy Benfica though.
I'm gonna go
Throwing it
Inter
out
top, Sociedad second,
there. Oh,
Benfica third, Salzburg fourth. I'm
Okay.
gonna throw it out there, mate.
Spanner in the works, is it? Is that what
Yeah.
it is? Okay. Group E.
Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and Celtic.
Okay.
This is a bit of an interesting group as well, actually. I mean,
Atletico Madrid first.
yeah, the first Atletico Madrid should win, but then the next three, I think this is a bit open. This second
Celtic.
place is up to grabs.
Celtic second.
Really, that's
Yeah.
huge for them if they get second.
It's very huge.
It's very.
I
huge.
fancy it. No, I fancy it.
It's very big and huge.
It's massive. No, yeah, Celtic second. I'm up for it. I'll be there for it. I will love it, and I think I deserve it.
Yeah. Celtic.
Third, Lazio.
Okay.
Fourth, Feyenoord.
Okay.
I don't know enough about Feyenoord though. They could be incredible.
Pretty sure. I think
They might win the Champions League. The whole thing.
How much? I wonder what their odds are to win the Champions League.
I'll put a fiver on it if it could.
Feyenoord odds.
Did we get Sinistera from Feyenoord? The one.
Champions League. I'm pretty sure. Remember that Handbatch guy that scored the bicycle kick against against
Feyenoord,
Chelsea?
but
I think he
Celtic
might play for
tickets. He's got the tickets up. Get him.
No.
We'll go. We'll do a pod.
Here we go. Right, scroll down. How far down are they?
Bottom.
They're not bottom. What are they? You're looking at sort of about 200.
To one.
Yeah.
Or to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll put a fiver on it.
Champions League winner 200. Yeah, about 200 to 1. You're looking at.
Wow. Real quickly, what are City's odds for Man City?
City 2 to 1.
That's.
Yeah.
Oh dear. How's your Group D panning out anyway? Not Group D. Group E.
Group E, Atletico Madrid to win.
Yeah.
Damn.
Go Celtic second. You know you wanna. You know you fancy.
Oh, go on then. Go on the Celts.
Way.
Celtic second, Lazio third, Feyenoord fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Group F.
PSG.
My favourite group. Get it up.
Oh,
Come on.
PSG.
Yeah.
Dortmund.
Oh.
AC Milan.
Oh.
And Newcastle.
Newcastle.
The Toon.
Alright, so winning the group outright clear, you've got Newcastle, right, surely?
In the mud. In the mud.
I am right.
Are they getting a point?
Yeah, of course they are. They'll be up for it, that's the thing. They'll be up for it. They will be up for it.
Where are they picking up points then?
They're gonna beat Dortmund.
At home.
At home, yeah, strictly
Yeah.
at home. I've got Milan top of the group. PSG
Really?
yeah.
AC Milan top of that group.
Yeah. PSG second.
Okay.
Newcastle third. Dortmund fourth. I love Dortmund as a team as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Newcastle's first Champions League, they've been thrown into a situation where you look at the group and it's laughable,
But they
and I
haven't
think
had
they'll
a
turn.
great start to the season though, have
Yeah,
they?
but they haven't had a sniff of Champions League football yet as well. Though let them psych themselves up for the. I reckon they get a draw, first game, unless the first game's Dortmund, in which I reckon they'll win. But I reckon they get a draw first game and they're feeling it, and then they get a win, and then they get 4 points,
Okay. I'm gonna go.
and then whoever they beat finishes second.
I'm gonna go PSG top still. I think they'll probably still. I mean, they should.
I mean, they got Dembele now.
Yeah. I think they should.
Kolo Muani?
Don't think that actually went through. They've got
Oh, did they not?
Gonzalo Ramos, haven't they, as their centre forward now, haven't they? But
Mbappe.
he's just. I'm pretty sure. I think he just scored a hat trick against whoever they played.
The thing about PSG is I
Portugal.
always go PSG to do well and they never do.
Yeah, but I think in the groups though. I mean, they always got the group.
Well, they're going to get out of the group regardless. But
I think they'll win the group, and I think AC Milan will come second. I think Dortmund will come third, and I think Newcastle will come fourth. And I would love to see it.
Would you?
I would
Newcastle
bloody
0
love
points.
to see it.
Nah, they'll end up third. They'll go to Europa League. They'll play Brighton. They'll spank them.
What, Newcastle will spank Brighton. What was the result? Was it last week? Was it? What
He's biting.
we just beat him 3-1, didn't we? Certain Evan Ferguson scored a bit of a naughty hat trick.
Outrageous hat trick.
Beautiful man, mate. I love him. Anyway, moving on. Group G. I wonder who's winning this one. Manchester City.
Just had a look at the team. I've just had a look at the group.
Manchester City,
Oh god.
Leipzig, How the bloody hell you say that one?
Oh, Crvena
Zvezda and Young Boys.
You don't have to say it like that.
Young Boys.
So, let's be honest, you've got Crvena Zvezda, top of the league, right? Top of the group.
They're just there for the
I
banter.
can't even
aren't they?
say it right.
They're just there for the bants.
How have they qualified?
Oh my god,
whatever.
they're going to get absolutely demolished by City, aren't they?
City,
The poor
City
men.
top of the group with a goal difference of 23.
Yes, it's rigged.
City, Leipzig, Young Boys, and then whoever the fuck they are. Whatever that is.
Oh, mate. If they get a point, I'll be happy. Them versus Young Boys, this game of the tournament, that.
Oh my god, you put that on when you can't sleep at 2 a.m. Nah, actually though, games like that though, usually have got a bit, got potential to crop up and make you think about it. I mean, I watch it. I watch
City.
so much football, I'll probably watch it.
City probably won't drop points.
But, if they do, then they should be
City,
chucked into
Leipzig,
the Europa League.
Young Boys, them.
Yeah, them, man.
Yeah. And then the final group, we've got Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp.
Right. Barca, Porto, Shakhtar, Antwerp.
Yeah, that's probably...
Exactly how it pans out.
Yeah, probably. Barcelona, they weren't even in the Champions League last season, weren't they? Was it last season?
They got dumped out of it and ended up playing Man U, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Man U beat them.
Yeah, just. That was annoying.
That was really annoying.
Yeah. Barcelona, although they're missing a certain
They could be
number 10.
better now.
They're missing a certain number 10, aren't they?
Oh, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I think they'll
They've
get out
got,
of
got
groups.
Rafinha though, who's better than Fire.
Well, we'll see. We'll see in a couple of years. We'll see in a couple of weeks. Yeah, Barcelona will top the group. Whoa, Porto and Shakhtar. That could be a good game, that.
Yeah, you said that about Young Boys and
Well, yeah, but this is one step above that, I think.
Didn't Young Boys beat Man United a while back?
Yeah, but that was when United were banter.
United not still banter.
They're a bit banter now, but
Not after conceding twice in 94th minute and 98th.
they were pretty banter back then, but I feel like they're a bit less banter now. Anyway, Barcelona top the group. I'm gonna throw it out there again. I'm gonna go different to you. I'm gonna go Shakhtar second,
What?
Porto third,
That's
Antwerp
ridiculous.
fourth.
No, that's filth.
Why?
It's just not going.
Shakhtar Donetsk, mate. It's De Zerbi's old team. I'm gonna back the boys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because De Zerbi's there now.
Yeah, he's left his legacy, mate.
Has he? Has he?
He's left his legacy, mate. They're gonna do
It's
good.
already more of a legacy at Brighton.
No, he's such a boy, man. I love him.
Why are you getting tired?
Shall I? Shall I get my next tattoo? Is Roberto De Zerbi on my left arse cheek.
Yeah. No, get it somewhere where someone can see it. On your neck.
On my neck.
Yeah.
Imagine rocking into work next
I
day.
did want to...
De Zerbi on my...
I want to know, because obviously it's so early that you can't predict.
Yeah.
So you can't obviously predict knockouts and things and how they're going to go because you've got draws and all that.
Yeah, I want to
rigged
see. I
anyway.
want to tell the summer. When's the first? When is the first?
It's rigged anyway. If Newcastle and Brighton were both in the Champions League and they both got out of the group, they'd end up playing each other. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. When's the first game? Week today.
Next week, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to know who you think wins it.
Wins
I
Champions
want you
League.
two finalists, but this is obviously presuming they don't meet.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't really.
Yeah, presuming they don't meet, two finalists.
City.
No.
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 City. Real Madrid. I think I know.
I
I
think
know,
City-
and I know it's boring, and I know that no one wants to hear it, but I think City will. They will get there as well. Obviously, this is if they don't meet, but Real Madrid with Bellingham and they just bleed Champions League, don't they?
PSG Bayern Munich. Boring.
PSG.
Really boring. Really boring.
PSG.
I think they'll find a way.
Did you know?
I think they'll get an easy run in.
So wait, hold on. Let's just go back here. What did you predict in the? They didn't even win the
No, they
group.
didn't.
So then you're saying that PSG
They will find form as soon as they.
So PSG, who are coming second in their group,
will
win the Champions. Will go and get to the final.
Second,
right?
And it sounds really bad, but I think in the group stage they'll get out. But as soon as they're out, they won't perform as well. I think they'll get out fairly straight away. I think they'll slaughter Newcastle, and I think they'll pick up points against Milan. Probably beat Dortmund, and then they're already out regardless of what happens.
In the league? I mean,
foot off the gas. They're going under a time of reconstruction now, aren't they? Because Neymar's gone, Messi's gone, still got Mbappe. Mbappe's going to be...
Bape. They're second in the league right now.
Yeah, it's so early. It's so early. I just think
they played 4 games to be fair.
PSG will get there, I think, this time. Because I think now that they've...
Third place is currently Marseille, who's in Brighton's group in the Europa League.
They're having a little bit of a rebuild, and they are still such a good team on paper.
Yeah, man. Like, they've still got Mbappe, who's, again, one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And they may have lost Neymar and Messi, but...
And I'm sorry, and I love both, but like they are old now. They are. I mean, Messi's the greatest player of all time, but they're old. And in Champions League, in fierce games like that, it proved when they played Bayern Munich last season. It proved that they were depending on them.
Yeah.
Overall, like now you've got
Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich could do well too. If Musiala and Kane link up, will be ridiculous, mate.
Munich.
Oh my god, Musiala is so good.
Musiala or Bellingham?
That's such a hard question. Because Bellingham's playing a more advanced role for Real Madrid now, isn't he? As well, because Musiala historically has been a bit more of a forward.
But he always had the showing of doing that advanced role, though.
Yeah.
It was always like, I reckon he could do a job at Cam. Do you know, you'd always say, like, he could do a job at Cam.
Yeah.
And now he's doing a job.
I think, don't get me wrong, Bellingham, English boy, Musiala could be as well, but obviously plays for Germany. However, I, just from watching the both of them, every time I watch Musiala play, I'm literally like,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bellingham does, don't get me wrong, I do watch Bellingham and sometimes I'm like as well, don't get me wrong, these guys, but watching Musiala, I think I'm going to have to pick Musiala.
I just want
to...
I'd take Bellingham in that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd love to have both. Imagine both on a team. Both in the England setup is bloody brilliant.
No, we missed a trick there, but you can't really blame it. I think he grew up quite a lot in Germany.
I think he's much more German than he's English.
We've been stacked with young talent as
midfield.
well. Like,
we've been so midfield.
Because Germany's now going through that stage of the rebuild of their because they had their older generation, which obviously did great. They won a World Cup.
It showed.
But now they're kind of going through a bit of a slump, aren't they? But they're gonna have the rebuild, aren't they? So
yeah, one thing about Germany, they always come back.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I just want to avert your attention because as of recording right now, we've got England are about to play because everyone cares.
Fucking fantastic.
Everyone cares about the international break. England are about to play Scotland.
What are the teams actually?
I've got it up.
Okay.
I'm looking at it.
Because there's a certain someone from the Brighton team that has made the call up, and I want to know if he's playing or not.
I mean, if we've got time, you can try predict it. Just try chucking names that you think are definitely playing today.
I can't remember who played last week because it'll change.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, mate, come on, tell me, is Dunk playing?
No.
Oh my god, what is he doing? Is he starting
really...
Maguire again?
Yeah, no. Aaron Ramsdale in that.
Ramsdale in that.
Kyle Walker right back.
Yeah.
Kieran Trippier. Oh.
Left back. Hold on, what are you telling me here, man? What are you telling me?
Is he playing a free back?
Come
on, I can't see the formation here though. I can just see, the little graphic that the
Right. Come on, let me get it. Safe score up. Lineups.
Get something up like that.
Right.
I've got
Ramsdale in net. Yeah, it's playing Trippier left back. Lewis Dunk is playing, you knobhead, mate. He is bloody playing. Get in there. Lewis Dunk starts.
I know he does. I just really wanted to see a reaction when I told you that we were playing.
What a boy, man. He deserves it, mate. He fucking deserves it.
So you got
Calvin
Ramsdale.
starting as well, you know.
How?
He hasn't
Like,
played a fucking minute of football, has he?
I like Calvin Phillips as much
Tell you what, though,
as
I do
Calvin
like this.
Phillips likes
I do
Calvin
like this
Phillips.
team, though. Apart from the fact that Lewis Dunk's playing alongside Mark Guehi, who are Brighton and Palace. I don't like that very much. I would have preferred to see Colwell start on the left-sided.
Prefer to see Maguire personally.
No, fuck off, mate. Ramsdale on net, Kyle Walker right back, Lewis Dunk right side of centre, Mark Guehi left side of centre, Kieran Trippier left back, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, and Bellingham through the middle.
That is such a good midfield.
In it, do you know what I mean? I like that. I like that a lot.
Is he playing it? Is he playing a 4-3-3 flat, or is he playing 2 CDMs and a cam? Because in which case you got Rice and Phillips and then Bellingham more advanced shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I've just got flat in front of me.
yeah, in front of me. Yeah, we have to watch the
Kane, Rashford, Foden, and then on the bench, Eddie and Ketia.
Oh, there we go. They've changed it now. So they're playing Rice and Phillips more holding, and then Bellingham more advanced. It's just changed. Yeah.
We know.
Rashford left, Foden right, Kane up top.
I tell you what though, since we spoke about it, I probably will watch the second half when I get in.
Yeah.
Just, it's a friendly though. It doesn't mean anything.
Do you remember when we played in the Euros? It was the most boring game I've ever watched in my fucking life, mate.
Was it the Euros? Yeah.
I think it was the Euros, wasn't it?
And who did we play in the World Cup? Did we play anyone like that in the World Cup?
Wales. We trashed them.
Oh yeah, Wales.
Rashford scored that free kick.
I knew he'd score that.
Golazo. Yeah, we beat Wales in the World Cup. Anyway, what's the time we're thinking? Yeah. Probably wrap it up there, mate, to be fair. Well,
Everything's covered. It's an international break podcast. There's not an awful lot going on.
no.
Next
Well-
podcast we'll be able to revisit as predictions from the first episode.
Yes.
And then lay down predictions for the next.
Yeah, we'll do probably a bit of a reaction episode next week.
Something's going to happen.
Something's going to happen.
Someone's going to... Who are you boys playing?
We're playing United at Trafford.
Brighton are going to beat United. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, mate, especially their defence is a bit all
I
over
think
the
we
place.
beat them.
They play Johnny Evans,
They
mate.
play Johnny
Evans. But, yeah, we'll have to see
God.
about that one. But, anyway.
My boys play Millwall.
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 What a game. What a game that is, mate.
It's at the Den as well.
Anyway, well, thanks for listening to episode 2 of the Footy Fancast. Please make sure you're following our socials. If you are listening, we're on TikTok and Instagram.
And YouTube, yeah.
And YouTube. So, yeah, it would be great if you guys gave us a follow. And also you can give us ratings on Spotify. And
Who makes your Premier League all-time 11? Do you agree, disagree, and should we just never do that video again?
please leave comments and everything. We'd love to see your opinions as well. Anyway, yeah, thanks for listening.
Cheers.